let me ask you about, and we got a tape we're going to show in just a few minutes.
All right.
Of you and Tommy, your partner,
right.
Tommy
right.
Rogers, against the Midnight Express, Bobby Eaton, Dennis Condrey, and Cornette from
right.
Houston.
Right.
And I don't know where I got it, but I sent it to James.
Right.
But Houston was such a great town to work in front of.
Yes, it was.
I mean, and it always it drew well. What was the name of that building we worked in?
Sam Houston Coliseum.
Sam Houston. I couldn't remember, but those people were loud.
Yes.
And they told you if they liked something or not. And the one thing about Paul Bosch, and Paul Bosch was the local promoter there for years, he probably was the best payoff man in the business.
That's what they say. You know,
if you were working Texas and you had Houston on your booking sheet, you automatically knew you were going to have a good week.
It makes your week. That's what a lot of people said. Is like Jimmy Banyard told me one time. He said, "You can't count the weeks; you have to count the year or the month." And like you said, one day could make a difference in a good week or not. You know, except if you were in Kansas City.
But I got tired of going to Houston and getting those $2,500, $3,000 payoffs every week. You know? Screw this.
Yeah,
I said, hell, I want to make some money. I don't want to.
I know.
But I did see not too long ago the Houston payoff sheet. I don't know where it came from, but guys that come in there like Johnny Valentine, and Brody, they were picking up $3,000 every Friday. Yeah. Not every week. He didn't run every week. He ran every 2 weeks.
Right.
But you know, if you could go back and know, this was like 40 years ago. That's you pick up $3,000 to go in the ring for 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Oh,
that's like $10,000. That's like $10,000 a day, probably, if not more. I mean, $10,000.
I said be 12. Yeah,
probably. Yeah, that's amazing.
Hey, James, can you put that match up with Bobby and Tommy versus the Midnight Express in Houston? Yep. It's only about, how long is that? About 3-4 minutes?
No, it's 2 minutes 20. It's just the highlights. So give me 1 minute. I'll put it up. Okay, we're back. We're going to see the video now. I think I've muted the audio. If you want me to pause or rewind, just let me know.
Okay, Bobby, can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it real well. That's me, Hip Toss, Bobby, beautiful Bobby. Dennis Condrey.
Fantastic. Yeah, go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah. Did a double takeover. It's Tommy Rogers and I, the Fantastics, against the Midnight Express with Jim Cornette at ringside.
Hey, I just want to pause this. I just want to pause this and ask, when did you start doing the Fargo struts, and did you get like permission to do it from Jackie?
No, we stole all this shit.
I'll tell you what happened, and this is exactly what happened. The Fabulous Ones was made in Memphis, Tennessee, right?
Yep.
So what happened was, for a short time, Jerry Jarrett sent a crew down to Atlanta. It was me and Terry Taylor were the first Fantastic Ones. They gave us the suits the Fabulous Ones had for their videos. Everything was whatever the Fabulous Ones did. So when that territory shut down, Terry Taylor and I came back. But what happened was, Bill Watts and Bill Dundee put us together as a Fantastics in Mid-South. And we were raised with all the stuff before what we done. So it was weird. You know. But what's weird is Jackie Fargo lived in my hometown. In my town, I lived in North Carolina. And I had to look after him up until his death. As a matter of fact, I spoke at his funeral. But my son Dylan was the very last one he got up and taught the Fargo strut to in his living room. And that's Dylan's claim to fame. But Fargo loved us. What do they say about when you copy somebody, it's the most sincere form of flattery, right?
Yep. That's what they say.
And I mean, James, now keep in mind this. that during these days, there was all kinds of territories across the country before national television. So what bookers and people would do, and wrestlers, they would see something in one territory that worked, they might go and try in another. It's like Bobby Shane, for example. He was the real king. And I mean, Jerry Lawler is a copycat of Bobby Shane. And so on and so forth. So it wasn't that we were copycats, it's what the office told us to do. And that was our job, so we did it. So, yes, on the Fergus strut, I could do the Fergus strut better than Stan and Steve. They needed a lot of work on theirs. Tommy
did too.
Tommy did too. I mean,
you and Dundee did it the best.
Yeah, thanks.
Where does Jeff Jarrett's rank?
Way down there at the bottom of the pit. As a matter of fact, Jackie Fargo turns over in his grave every time Jeff Jarrett does it. That's how bad it is. And as a matter of fact, it's not the Fargo strut he does. It's the Double J strut. I don't know what he does. You know.
Let's watch a bit more of the video. I think Jim Cornette has just passed out.
He's had a heart attack.
Now, this is a Houston crowd. They were tremendous.
Guys, notice them turnbuckles in the corner. Look at that wood on that ring.
Hey, that Dennis Condrey was a good worker, wasn't he?
One of the best. As a matter of fact, sometimes I would have to look in the shadows of the mat to know if Dennis touched me or not. That's how good he was.
Yep.
He was so smooth and great talent, yes.
And if you got a little stiff or a little bit too hard with Dennis, he'd tell you, hey, whoa.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Right. Yeah, he was very smooth in the ring. He looked like he was killing it. But I guarantee you, not one potato was thrown. Not one time was he stiff.
Now, Tommy did a hell of a job here.
Tommy's a great talent. Tommy
Rogers, he was
really good.
You and him made a great team.
Thanks. We complimented each other, you know.
That'll cost you $10.
That's right. Thank you. I'll send that PayPal. As soon as you send me the money to do this interview,
okay.
I'll send it back to you.
All right. That's Ronnie West.
Yeah, great referee.
Yep. This was a good finish too.
Yeah, you never see that.
That was like a go-to finish right there.
Right.
And the people, they're happy, they're up, and babyface is over and look at Cornette.
Yeah.
You know, Cornette could get heat in a 7-Eleven.
Yes, he could.
Now, he could just walk in there, and it was too much.
Right. Well, when the boys hate you in the dressing room, you know you're doing your job right. You know, you're a heel. When everybody else hates you, you know. But Jimmy was a great talent. I don't know if I ever told you this, Dutch, or not, but I would ride with his mom and him from Louisville to Evansville.
Cornette's mother.
With his mother.
What was her name?
Thelma. She worked for Miss Christine selling pictures. And I would tell Jimmy, I said, Jimmy, you're never going to be a wrestler in this business, but one day you're going to be a manager, you're going to be a booker, you're going to be something in this business, but you'll not ever be a wrestler. And he's trusted me 100 times for predicting his career before he even did it. But, you know, he loved the business.
Yeah.
He studied it. He loved it, you know.
He did study it.
Yeah.
He does love it.
Yes.
And he was a pretty good booker.
Oh, he's really smart. You know, he has a way of acting way out of hand sometimes. You know, I've heard he's taken baseball bats to people's jars, and he's done everything but set people on fire, I guess. But, you know, he's very passionate about what he does.
I had a match with him in the midnight, I guess, one time. And he was going to use the tennis racket on me.
Mm-hmm.
He hit me, I swear to God, so hard in the back.
Right.
It was still like stinging 10 minutes later.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, do I owe you money or something? He said, no, why? I said, I thought you was going to drive that tennis racket through me.